Good morning. We are live trading the London session. So let's see what happens today. I hope you're well. I hope you had a good day. And let's make some money today. We already had a move. I hope you got it. You can see the 1 hour CBC flip on Ethereum. I will show you right now. So this is our trade. You can see on my chart, 1 hour flip happened right here. That was the close from the 6 AM candle, Paris time, because I'm in Europe. So you can see that was the flip here, beautiful. That's the 30-minute chart. That's the 15. And what do we do when we have the flip? Well, we take the first entry on the oversold conditions, and this happened here. You see that? That was our entry on the 5-minute. Beautiful. To be really sure if this is confirmed, this move, well, you wait for the first 5-minute candle to close, you enter here, and you target 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, depends what you're looking for, or maybe just the previous high, which would give us a risk reward ratio of 2.28. So you risk $100 and you can make $228. If you risk 1,000, you can make 2,200. But we are still going. We are 21 minutes in the London session now. But yeah, beautiful 1 hour CBC flip on Ethereum. We wait for the 5-minute or 2-minute oversold condition. We got it. Beautiful. If you are not a member of my Discord channel, you can join. It's for free, so we can share some information and just have a good time. All right, let me just share with you guys the 1 hour setup here. Beautiful setup. If you have any questions, let me know. You put your stop loss below the 1 hour low, which happened to be 10 points. But if you were waiting for a big pullback, you got a better risk to reward ratio, because the stop loss was for here we had our stop loss at 17, and here would be 19, because we were waiting for the pullback, and then the 5-minute confirmation. You go in, you take your 1-to-1, 1-to-2, depends on your strategy. Beautiful. Very nice flip. Beautiful entry. Very nice. You can follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn. I'll just post here as well this. All right, we got a flip as well here. Ethereum, XRP, but the Bitcoin, the Ethereum was perfect. Now we can see the rejection coming in from the order block and the previous seller. Let me break it down. This is the rejection here. That was actually the trade from my setup. What a beautiful CBC flip yesterday on the 1 hour. Look at that. That was just amazing. New York opening, and then we got a flip, the reversal from 2415. You can see we swept the liquidity from the previous high, and then just selling short sellers took over the control. Stunning. And let me just see the volume profile here from this move. All right, that's why of course we got now a rejection, a reaction from this zone here, because you can see we have the volume area low, and of course we had a range here, and that was actually the target. So let me show you, that was my trade here, but let me show you on this 1 hour example the trade. So if you will wait really for this setup to occur, you could risk, so this is the 1 hour CBC flip. You can see here the entry again. I will show you. It's here. That was the 7 a.m. in the morning close, but we got a nice pullback into the 1 hour candle, which you can see on the 5 minute here. It's here below, oversold. You just enter, and what was giving me as well more confirmation was the MACD on the 15, the 30 were positive. So taking this trade, that's probably a 85 to 90% win rate. You see that the first indicator that I'm showing you with the hand here is positive. The 1 hour is just turning up now, so we will have now a pullback into the 1 hour, and then we will see he wants to go up or down. And then we had a 15-minute MACD positive, very important, and the 5 was negative. But for me, that was not the problem here, because the oversold condition on the stochastic here told me, Darko, take this trade. A better opportunity you cannot get. And this is what we did. You can see here the setup, the trade, very well done on this chart that I have. And yeah, it went beautiful up. How many points right now to the first rejection? If you wonder what is this, the red line, it's a 200 EMA, and it went straight to the 200 EMA and the rejection. But that was not the point, because we have here You can see here we had a range here, so we have high volume, and it is expected to have a rejection here, and that was the TP, the take profit area. So what was here the risk? A risk reward to ratio 1 to 4. So you risk $100 and you can make 400 on this trade. But let me just change this because it's not fair. The 1 hour low was actually 17, so our stop loss should go 17 exactly. That's the 1 hour low here, you can see, and the risk to reward ratio would be here 1 to 1 to 2.7. So you risk 100 and you can make 270. Perfect. That's the London session 1 hour CBC flip for today. Alright, now let's see if we can play into this pullback, but I will not because the MACDs are turning positive. What is the 4 hour? Okay, turning down. So now we can play. You can see I have already here a setup ready for the 4 hour strategy. So I could go now into a trade position here. That would be my first trade position on the 4 hour strategy that I'm trading. And then if it's not working, I go 38, which means 0.38, another position, my TP, it's the low. And then if everything is going against me on the 4 hour setup that I'm trading, 0.17, another entry, and I take my profit here at 38, and that is the 4 hour setup that I'm trading as well. You can see here this is the 1 hour, but that's the 4 hour setup that I would take. So what would be my risk? First entry would be $100, my risk. On the second would be 300, and on the last entry, the third, would be 600. And I explain everything in my course for free that I share, of course, on YouTube, exactly how it works and how you can be wrong but you still make money. That's the 4 hour setup today. If it's happening, I don't know, but I do believe it because we have the 4 hour turning down, the stochastic, and yeah, the momentum clearly is shifting down right now. And this is what we can play on the 4 hour setup. Nice. Push back up. Beautiful. You can see here on my 15-minute chart, it gives us a diversion. So a confirmation on the 15, so it's a high liquidity here, big buyer. But to go further up, we need to break this level here between 45-55. You can see all my trades here that I'm posting. If you don't subscribe, you're missing out, so you should not. Let me just do another post on LinkedIn. You can see that's my profile on LinkedIn. If you want to connect with me, networking, you can do so. Beautiful. All right, let's make some money. Look at the move. Incredible. What a powerful move. So that's the setup. So I will put here an alert for me when the price is coming. I will not do limit orders right now, but I will do an alert when the price is coming up. I want to notify me. All right, so we have it. That's important. Bitcoin as well, pushing up. XRP, nice. That's the 1 hour chart. And you can see we are on the 1 hour chart oversold. Look at the stochastic. So a move up was just expected. And then you wait for the flip, you wait for a confirmation. Now if you trade ICT, fair value gaps, inverted fair value gaps, sweeps, liquidity sweep, you can get into this trade. Let me show you how. That's actually, let me first show you how. You can see that's the 1 minute chart that I have here, and I found this trade. Like the same, I have 2 different charts, but that was here a very nice confirmation to enter the trade. And always when I'm, for example, in this case, we had 5-point stop loss. I move my stop loss to break even after I'm already 5 points in profit. This is how I do it, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, beautiful trade. Now, if you want to make money, You need to just have a strategy that works, and then after everything comes down to risk, how much money you're willing to risk to make. So if you have a bigger account, bigger budget, for example, in my case, I can put $2,000 risk on this trade, and I would be up 4,000. And this is how I trade. Even 5,000 risk, and you can make 10,000 per day. You finish, you're done, right? So everything comes down to the risk. How much are you willing to risk to make? And that's important. Let me see here. What do we have here? If we have any flips, nothing, nothing. Gold. Wow. What a 1 hour CBC flip on gold, as well on crude oil. But the gold is really crazy, and the oil as well. Wow, beautiful. I missed the gold. Wow, look at that. Look at this oil. Beautiful. Very good. My friend, my trading friend, Right? All right, let me show you now the gold setup on my chart. All right, so we got the flip. Where we got it flip? Here. That was the 1 hour. Wow. Look at this condition. That was the flip. All right. And then we have a big 30-minute oversold condition here. You can see. And then as well, we have on the 15, we already had here oversold. So that actually told us that we can expect a push up. And if you look, we had anyways a bull flag here. Look at that. What a beautiful bull flag was actually this. Let me change color. See that? There was a nice bull flag as well. But let me go down to the 5 minute and 2 minute to maybe find a better entry. So that could be the entry here. Here we go. That was the dip down. Told us, look, we already knew that we will have a push up. Look at the 30 minute and 15 oversold heavy on the stochastic. Heavy, right? And now that's still not confirmed the 1 hour CBC flip, but you can see the 5 minute rejection. The 5 minute turned it into a positive trend, which is on the last indicator. We have the 15 positive, the 30 is going up, which is good, and we already have the 1 hour in a positive trend. So playing shorts here, it's risky and difficult. I mean, I will not do that. And then we continue. Now we have confirmed the flip, and you have to react fast. So on the 5 minute, it's not looking very good to enter. Yes, we could enter immediately when you got it close. The close, we got it here, right? That was the close. Here, that was the close, so we could enter immediately here, straight, aggressive, 4,701 in gold. But we didn't, because I was not even watching gold. I just want to show you the entries. But now, if you go down to the 2 minute on my chart, look at that, what happened. That was a perfect pullback into the fair value gap, or whatever you want to call it. But here on the 2 minute, you can see I have an oversold, straight, beautiful pin, nice, telling me take this trade. So even if you were late, you could take this breakout trade on the 2 minute or 5 minute or whatever, like this. And if you want to really be sure or risk just a little, you could put your stop loss just below the previous low, 4 points. You can risk $10 per point on gold, 100, whatever. But if you risk 100, I mean, I will not even tell you how much you can make, but I'm trying to show you on this chart the entry point. So if we go now, for example, to this chart, and I will put gold on, we can see this. That was the 1 hour flip here. It flipped it here. Great. What do we see? We see a big fair value gap on the 15-minute chart. Look at that. That was from the Asia session. Yeah, Tokyo open, big fair value gap, volume, and then it came back in. The bars reloaded and pushed the price back up. Let's just show you as well here what happened. Here we go. That was you see that was already a fair value gap. Before, I told you we had a fair value gap. It didn't tap in here, unfortunately, but then we can really see the push back up. So you can enter here the breakout, but let me just show you, for example, the 2 minute. We can see on one chart 100%. It didn't come quite down. So yeah, if you play the fair value gaps, you would probably not be triggered. So yeah, that's for the gold. Beautiful trade on Ethereum. So let's see if he wants to do another change of character, a chalk, break of structure, and then maybe to go back down to take the liquidity. Of course, here, this liquidity, maybe going up, this and this, like that, and then back again. That's what I'm looking for right now. If he will give us a chalk change of character, by 9 minutes we have a pre-market New York opening, and we can expect liquidity coming back. Gold, beautiful setup today. So if you trade gold, that was your trade. I got the Ethereum trade, beautiful. Bitcoin was a little bit different setup. It would stop you out if you put your stop loss just below the 1 hour candle. But yeah, more safe to put it down here on the low. All right, we got a beautiful change of character now. 4 hours is nice oversold, so what we can expect is a little bit to come higher, I guess, because what I see from the chart. But we could have now a really nice rejection from here. I actually see the trade coming more up than down. So if I trade now a short here, I'm actually risking more than I would gain. I would like to see this low getting taken out, 340. This is what I would like to see. If I take a short, that's the problem. We got a change of character right now, but yeah, it's just internally from this move. And you can see the fair value gap now, rejection, and the volume. And then we could trade this like that, for example. From here down back to the fair value gap, and I will trade to the middle of the fair value gap, somewhere here, 15 points, risk to reward ratio of 3.4. That could be the trade idea. We have now the pre-market New York opening. We didn't really do a change of character because we are still above this higher low, so that's an internal change of character. I will not trade that, but the idea is there. 15 minutes it's getting overbought, that's nice, but then on the other side we have the 1 hour oversold, which we got the move from. So yeah, I would be in the trade now, but it's an internal change of character. That's why I will just wait and see what happens. Everything still looks bullish here. You can see the MACD on the 5 minute, it's positive. Let me see the 2 minute here. Let's see how far he wants to go up. So to change the trend to negative, we need to break the 337 on Ethereum, which is here, and the candle must confirm by closing below 37. So this here, this is confirming that we are going downtrend on the 5 minute at least, because you can see on my indicator this is telling me when we are in the bullish trend or bearish. On the move, of course, right? All right, pre-market is open. This is the idea that would be playing out to get to liquidities, but the real liquidity would be here, down 29. It's too late. Let me go again, 44 to high 43. I missed the entry now again. Let's see if he wants to come back up. All right, we're in the trade now. You can see there's my position. It's not the best because we didn't broke this low, but I will risk it and play it in this direction. So we are in the trade now. The target would be, like I said, 32. So let's see what happens. And let's see how I will manage the position. That's our stop loss right now, $650, and our target is 328. I can still manage to go out from the position because I know how to risk it down. I will remove my stop loss for right now because this is how I trade. I'll put my stop loss here. If it's coming up, I don't want to risk more than $605 and finish. That's the trade. If it's good, we will see. This is the idea. Five minutes looks like it will do another high, but yeah, I'm risking 600 to make around 2000, which is not so bad. I take the shot. Let's see what happens. You can see it's not turning a little bit up, so we will get some volume in. I knew it was a risk because we did a new change of character, but I wanted to see actually this low to be taken out, which we didn't see. It was just internally, but yeah, it's a higher risk. And let's see if I will pay for the risk or if I will be rewarded. That's the trade I'm in. And let's see what happens. I will make myself a coffee, a nice coffee. I'm back with a fresh new coffee. Beautiful. Alright, guys, you cannot see my PNL. Let me just move my camera from here. Here we go. This will be better. Alright, I will put it even high here. Sorry for that, guys. You couldn't see my screen. Alright, now it's good. Now you can see my screen. You can see my profit here. We need to break this low, then we will have a push down. If not, we are in trouble. That's the trade setup. So far looks good. Now we need to break this low here. That's very important. 2,340. If we don't, then we don't have a chance to go lower. Let me see what the Nasdaq is doing. Nice pullback. Ethereum as well. But yeah, let's see what I could do. I'm basically trading the pullback now on the 1 hour as well. You can see we had a nice move up, and now I'm trading the pullback to 28 here. This is what I'm trading to here, the zone. And if we take the volume profile, for example, we can see that's the point of control. It's 30. So the price, this is how the price is moving. And let's take our VWAP, and it's like 28. Beautiful. Look at the move now. Look at the move. Beautiful. Let's go. We are 1,200, 2,300 up. Beautiful move. I enjoy my coffee. That's the point. Beautiful coffee. Turkish. I drink Turkish coffee. All right. We are in the trade. You can see here my position, my stop loss, my TP. So far looks good. 1,300 profit. And this is on a 1 minute chart. We have a line break. We did an internal change of character, but you can see the sellers are present, pushing heavy price, pushing down the price. Beautiful now. 5, beautiful. Let's see an order block. Let's see if we can go through. We are up 1,500. Come to Papa, bring me some dineros. Oi. 1,700 profit. Nice coffee. Beautiful breakdown. Beautiful. Flip on the 15. We got a signal. Beautiful. Let me see if the volume is increasing. We are not finished this setup. We went down to the first fair value gap on the 1 minute. Okay, now we can see expect a pullback. I will take 50% of my position off. You can see 50%. I will take off, confirm. Beautiful. So we already took some profit off. How much? 680. That's for sure we have. And the rest I'll move my stop loss to break even now. And just write the rest to the profitability. I closed 50% of my position. You can see here that the profit so far is 600, but the price is pushing down as expected. I'm just doing a short, guys, sorry. This is what you need to do to create content. Now we will have a pullback on the 5 minute, we can see. So I could close all of my position, but yeah, let me see what I will do. Let's see the rejection or reaction here on this trade in this fair value gap. Exactly here. Let's see. I move my stop loss to break even, so right now I'm free trade. I have a free trade. Let's see. Look at the S&P. We had on the 5 minute a MACD negative now, turning into a negative trend. MACD negative on the 1 hour as well. Yeah, the market is more or less in a range kind of, but yeah. Let's see, that's the 5 minute. Now we will see the volume. It's not that great. We said the point of control was 30, right? Yeah, here we go. The point of control is 31. VWAP 30, so that's the area we should take profit. I put 28. Maybe I should put 31, I guess. The take profit would be more realistic. But let's see the move. I'll put my stop loss just above this. Last move 41. Here we go. This 40 and 25. I will put my stop loss. If it will go down, it will. And if it's breaking up, then it's a range, or I don't want to be in anyways. So yeah. What the move! Beautiful! What the big seller move! Look at that, the candle. Red, like a big red apple. Look at that. We are still 50% of our position in the trade. That's our TP here. Let's see if we can get it. Now I will move my stop loss to 37, yes. Very nice. Beautiful. I don't want the price to go back up. If not, I already know. So we are just moving the stop loss right now with the market. I move my stop loss. We will get at least 0.22 Ethereum more. If we hit the stop loss, the price is coming back up. That's my risk. But yeah, we will see. Let me see what the S&P is doing. Pushing quite heavy. Nice. Beautiful. Looks that way. We have a CBC flip, but the candle of course must close first. The good thing is we are already in the trade, so that's not a bad thing, right? If it's turning around now, then okay, we can take $200 more profit right now, or if you close now. If not, we have 200 less, but let's see the rejection here. Look at the volume here, the sellers. It will probably stop us out now, but that's normal because we need a pullback and then again another try from the sellers to bring the price down, and the 5 minute it's oversold, so yeah, it's normal to have a pull back and then again down. But I move my stop loss with the candle with the price, and
Hey, it's Olivia. Check out my new song Drop Dead on YouTube and YouTube.
This is the Traders Live. Nice music. Let's play this music. Tibetan. Wow. What's going on? We will have another push down or no? I guess not. Alright, it will probably stop us out now. Alright, we are out of the trade. Finish the video. Alright, we are out of the trade. Our stop loss got hit. So we did altogether around 1,100 on this little trade. Beautiful, guys. You were live with me watching this trade play out. You saw how I moved my stop loss, my target, why I said it will go to 328, and I still believe it will go, but I was actually trading a contra trade, because if you see on the 1 hour, we are actually oversold, so that was a pullback, a healthy pullback. But I still believe we will see 28, 30, 330, right? But we did a nice $1,000 on this trade, which is good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright guys, I will finish my stream today. We had one trade for $1,000 profit, which is nice. You can see the rejection now. My stop loss was before here 42, and it will be still good, but I just moved my stop loss here. Yeah, doesn't really matter. That's trading. We will have plenty of opportunities today, tomorrow, the next day, next week. So if you want to join my Discord, it's free. I will share my trades there and show you exactly the CBC flip 1 hour. But now I'm watching the 4-hour setup here. Like I said, price to come back to 2,355. I take a position to short, of course, and then another position 2,381, and my last position on the trade 2,405. All right, I will keep you posted what happens. All the best, and don't forget, if you don't take a trade, you cannot make money. This is trading. Have a good day.